Hey lovelies, so welcome back to reviews and recaps. So I think what is happening to Wendy is very, very sad. I grew up watching Wendy. Wendy, how you doing? Like I absolutely love me some Wendy. And so it's just so sad that everything that she is going through. And I'm going to play a clip for you guys, but in a bit. But the clip really broke my heart because she was talking about her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., and how he would take money out of her account. And that's pretty much what put Wells Fargo on to freezing her account. So essentially, that was triggered because he was stealing money from her account and just using money without telling her. Now, of course, first of all, that's not to say that he knew that this was going to happen. I don't think he knew that. I think that he was just acting like an entitled, spoiled brat by taking money without permission. But I don't think he realized that it was going to be to the extent where his mom would be locked up in a facility, unable to spend time with family and friends, and not have access to her own money. It's like living in a prison. So I just think that is very horrible. I am going to play the clip for you guys first, and then we'll come back and talk.
Can you talk to me about how Wendy ended up in a guardianship?
My understanding is somebody was in her bank account that Wells Fargo flagged, and there was large withdrawals being taken out.
My son, he overstepped his boundaries in terms of me. You understand? He overstepped his boundaries, and he was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap about it. Like, is he stealing from me? Look, all I know is that in terms of what I'm dealing with, and that this is still going on, because, that's when my money got frozen at Wells Fargo. Thank God. No more money stealing from my son and the other people.
Wells Fargo, your bank, said you were the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation with respect to your money. Who was unduly influencing you? Who is the person that was doing this?
Thank you. Listen, my son is a really good person. You know what? Oh, God, I'm not going to cry about that. Oh, I'm sorry for cursing. Look, my son is a good person, but at this point, he is a horrible person to me. You know what I'm saying? It's the way he moves with other people. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on with these other people at my apartment in Miami? What are you doing? Oh, you spent on what? And what is going on at Wells Fargo?
There was a situation where Kevin says he wanted to rent a boat for his birthday for $1,500 and ended up getting a boat that rented out for $113,000. And he blamed it on the bank, that the bank wanted him to have that. That never really made sense to me.
Nor me. You know what I'm saying? He has a way of getting with, a couple of other people. You know what I'm saying? My son is not the only one, you know what I'm saying, involved with my money.
First of all, it sounds like Wendy sounds okay. So whatever diagnosis they had found or given her, it's very interesting to think and hear her sound very well. I was very saddened to hear her say that her son is a really good person, but he is a horrible person to her. Now, that is so sad because, first of all, you can hear her breaking down when she said that. Because imagine, like, that is your only child. Wendy struggled to have a baby. Imagine that's her only child. And then he is taking money and exploiting her like the rest of the world. That is a very, very sad thing to have to experience. Now, I know people may say, oh, it's just youthful exuberance and, he's young and whatnot. He's in his 20s now. And let's be clear, there's been rumors that he was trying to rent a boat for $1,500. And then this man decided to rent a boat for $113,000. That is a lot of money. That is somebody that is using their mom's money as an ATM. He's just like, oh, I'm just going to use her card like my card. I can just take out whatever I want. Wendy is prudent with money. She's always talks about how prudent she is with money. So it's very sad that it's not, you didn't even say 3 grand, $113,000 for that. Now, let's not forget, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was an allegation at the time that he spent about $100,000 in Uber Eats. Now, I am someone who does not cook a lot, so I do buy a lot of things on Uber Eats and Deliveroo constantly. Yet, I do not spend 100 grand on Uber Eats. That is crazy. That is a lot of money. That's like somebody's car. That is a deposit for somebody's house. That is actually somebody's house, depending on which area that is in. So if you think about it like that, that is a lot of money. And that was spent on Uber Eats. And this money is not your money. You've not done anything to earn this money. It's your mother's money. It has nothing to do with you. I personally feel like he probably grew up seeing Kelvin Hunter allegedly trying to exploit his mom and saw how Kevin just used to spend his mom's money. And I feel like he started to see her not as a person, but as a paycheck, as someone who he can get money from, as a resource. And that is very, very sad, because at the end of the day, that's your mom. No matter what, you should be thinking about her health, why would you want to be overspending on that level? That gives an entitled brat. And I wish that there was a trust specifically for him where he gets a certain amount every month, and that is it, as opposed to him being able to have access into her account. Now, I'm not saying that Wendy's perfect. For those of you who know, you know that Wendy has battled all sorts of addictions over the years. So I will not be surprised if, because Kevin Hunter Jr. was on the receiving end of maybe having to pick up Wendy when she was high or whatever the case may be, he just stopped seeing her in that light and stopped having that emotional sort of connection to her, and just sees her as someone that he has to help, and now he has to get paid for having to help her. So there could be different things there, but I really feel like it's a very, very sad situation. I will say that Wendy does not sound incapacitated. Now, the person that was speaking to her said he was speaking to her for hours, and she did not sound incapacitated. So that's one thing I do need to flag, because the thing is, if you speak to somebody for hours, if they have dementia, you will know it's going to come out. It's either they don't remember something, or something will show and let you know that something is wrong. So, and the kind of dementia that she had, they said it's progressive and irreversible. So if it was a true diagnosis, she shouldn't be getting to the point where she can speak like this. It should be declining. But instead, it feels like her health is actually on the up and up. I do think it was probably, maybe she was heavily into some sort of hard drug, Yana. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, or drogana, I don't know. So maybe that, or heavily drinking, and yes. So I think there must have been something there for her to even get that diagnosis to begin with. But I feel like it's given that she is sober now, and that is why now she's able to have a candid conversation and stuff. I really hope her willpower is strong enough to hold her together, so that she is not out here losing the trial because she isn't sober. I really feel like she needs help. I think being isolated is not the way to go. I think she needs friends and family around her. Now is the time for her friends and family, the true ones, to rally around her and support her. Because being by yourself is hard on anyone. Not to talk of someone who is going through the hurt of being disappointed by the way that her son has been treating her. sometimes the saddest part about it is raising a child and going through so much and stuff, and then they are choosing the side of the father who is a toxic person. That is not to say that Wendy is not toxic. She has her own setbacks. However, when you hear the things that Kelvin Sr. has done to Wendy, nah, that is wild and crazy. And so you would expect the son to have more empathy for Wendy, but it feels like maybe the son is right over on the other side with Kelvin Sr. There were also some talks about him being allegedly evicted or almost evicted from a Miami condo. So this is not the first time this sort of rumor has come up. So I just think like he clearly has bad spending habits. I hope that he is not on any substances. I know she said a story about how he was addicted to some sort of synthetic opioid, but I hope that has changed now and like nothing else has happened since then, because I just think that I don't think Wendy's heart will be able to take him dealing with another addiction. But anyways, shout out to the neighborhood talk, because that's where I got it from. And also it is from a documentary, Saving Wendy, that is on Tubi. So please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.